through the lower staircases onto the mid trains. You're going to get your ARs in those power positions, fighting for that bridge control, and then top ticket and top green too. So my players to watch off the bat for me are probably going to be like Assault from the side of Cloud9 and then Mosh from the side of Echo Fox. Those are going to be my two players to watch.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. You know, when it comes down to a map like Throwback Hardpoint, of course, good side are going to be Grandma's side. And I believe UNSA, which is going to be Cloud9, going to be spawning on that side, are going to have the good spawn, obviously, because the reason why it's a good side is because the next hardpoint over in Grandma's is exactly there. So with that in mind, we'll see how Echo Fox does to fare when it comes down to that. You know, they rush forward, do they, after so much time, do they try to start to flank around? A lot of the mini gunfights, 1v1s, maybe 2v2s, are going to be going on that could definitely dictate the early part of these first side rotations. So with that in mind, of course, like I said, actually, it looks like different spawns here. So despite what the rig draft said, it'll be Echo Fox who actually has the preferred spawn. So reverse everything I just said.
Yeah.
Does that work?
So, yeah, like you said, it's always with how it plays out now, you can just keep playing from this side. It's going to be such an easy rotation. It's so fluent. It's such a beautiful thing. Like let's stop for a second and appreciate like a perfect rotation from one hill to another, like when they're right next to each other. Like, when you see it happen, you're just like, this is great. Like these guys are amazing. I love these guys. Like that sort of thing. So it's going to be something to see. So look immediately for a player to try to go for a spawn flip.
Yeah.
I mean, you can immediately go for that if you're from Cloud9. Push a player through blue. Push them all the way. Nobody watches that. I mean, everybody's just going to maybe be focused on the lower the tunnel and then just the bridge side. That's really it. So you can kind of go for a spawn flip if you want. If not, it's not terrible. You just got to rotate at the right time and just hope that you win your gunfights when you go in for that rotation. But Cloud9 has a chance to close this one out against Echo Fox in this hard point on Throwback. If they don't, no big deal. They'll go to a Game 5 where they risk getting reverse swept, which could be for the second time today. But Lacefield going to draw first blood in this match.
H does drop as well. As like you said, we're hopping into this game pretty quick. His kills are already starting to go down left and right. A few earned already for Neslo as he does drop as well. Assault currently 2-0. See if we can manage a nice KD when it comes down to this game number 4. Definitely needs to have a big performance if Cloud9 wants to see a victory.
Yep, and his role right now, like we said, is just going to be looking over his players, tagging them up before the guys get to the hill, so it's just going to be an easy cleanup for those players who are on the ground running and gunning. You're going to see him jump out right now, try to play on the train. It's going to be Neslo coming out on top on that one with the OSA, but Lacefield's going to be able to save that kill immediately, so only 4 seconds going in favor of Cloud9. We have 15 seconds before we rotate next, so now look for Neslo to go to that barn side, maybe push out on silos to try to block anybody who's trying to rotate through, but realistically, barely anybody getting time off this first hill.
Yeah, it looks like Ricky kind of setting up shop. Not a huge fan of maybe dropping that trophy down just because the rotations are incredibly important, but here comes the team push. Off the start here, Cloud9 4 versus 4. Let's see if Ricky potentially trying to enter inside that barn, has the OSA in hand, but can't find the shots as he drops. Aches as well, able to lock it down for the time being. Needs to win this gunfight towards the backside, but he's not able to make it happen as 3 do go down for Cloud9, and the continual push will be beginning to happen yet again.
The flood is going to be coming in there from Lacefield and Assault. Lacefield will be taken out. Assault's going to be left up, last alive by himself. The go currently being contested from inside. Neslo's going to be losing that gunfight, but Neslo going to get a nice 2-piece, flowing that Fletchet inside. Now barn control going to go in complete favor of this Echo Fox side. One more push for Cloud9. Let's see what they're going to be able to do. Looks like Neslo once again just caught looking up in the air. Hopefully it's not some more controller things going on. And then Method. So Cloud9 going to be able to take that risk of getting that last break, getting the scrap time off this last hill, but now they need to rotate, and that's exactly what Assault is doing, coming all the way around to try to make this flank happen.
Yeah, of course, like you said, rotation coming into bike path. We'll see if Methods as well as the side of Echo Fox can try to hold this one down, as it currently is. Actually, just was a tie game. Echo Fox do take the lead, so a nice rotation coming in. They really need to have mid control. They need to have at least one person having eyes over on that middle plat. It looks like TCM drops, so he was the vision coming in through theirs. One player does drop inside of the hill. Neslo here in response. So if the tactical's out, able to watch through either side. A mini pinch could potentially come in. Looks the wrong way. It seems that Lacefield inside of Cloud9 starts to potentially try to lock down a few seconds, but not until Echo Fox said, nope, we're going to try to take this one back. Mosh finds one player just to his right. He drops as well. Neslo back up yet again, as this has just been a contest fest. Kills going left and right. It seems that not a whole lot of time actually being awarded throughout this first side rotations.
I'm hoping when we go to baseball field, the statue hardpoint, I'm hoping we won't see a whole lot of a contest fest that we're seeing right now, and maybe one team starts to pull away. It's definitely a lot easier to hold. It's not that big of a hill where you can just kind of camp down on it and just really contest it. But Cloud9 looking to get set up early. Lacefield going to spawn on top of Aches on blue. The player they need to watch now is going to be Methods. He's going to be the guy who's trying to get this pinch going, and this is going to be a big gunfight coming in from Aches, and it's going to be Methods coming out on top. Can Lacefield trade this one out? He's going to do exactly that, but as we're talking about that gunfight, the players flooded in from bowling were able to take that out, so it's just sort of focusing so much on one side, which is able to completely break open that push for the side of Echo Fox, and just like that, they have control of this hill.
Yeah, the gunfight's one for Echo Fox to be a word at a time in response, as it will be Aches who flies forward, ends up dropping, but Lacefield and the boys from Cloud9 trying to do the exact same thing to go down one in the back, though. I believe that it's going to be Methods trying to hold on to his life if his teammates actually drops toward that back statue. He's going to be left to try to hold off the side of Cloud9 as his team does respawn up, so he's able to hold off the troops for the time being, as it seems that Echo Fox trying to maybe set up camp, essentially get those trophies down and try to lock down some time, as they do have the lead and it is growing.
Yeah, definitely. That was a very, very big hill for the side of Echo Fox, and Cloud9 still kind of fighting for the scraps here. I believe they should just kind of rotate out, but it's sort of one of those things. You can die and then you might get better spawns from it, and he's going to spawn right on top. So keep in mind, no Lime Hill anymore. It's just going to go straight back to the train platform, and it's going to be Ricky inside of the hill, about halfway to his Centurion, and then TCM actually going to be using his rig right there, so that's going to be the rewind coming into play. We'll see if there's going to be any contention on this, or if there's going to be anybody holding this one down. This just seems like already such a long hardpoint game, just because how much contention. Nobody's broke 100 points yet, and we're already through the first rotation.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting to see as well. I mean, the kills are happening, but like I said, just points aren't being awarded. And that's something that Throwback does play a lot slower on. I know when it comes down to uplink on this map as well, I mean, it's going to be like a 4-2, 3-1, like very, very low scoring games because of how the map dynamic worked, which is obviously interesting to kind of see. But Assault playing very, very well for his team off the start here. This top building actually is kind of his playground as he ends up dropping there. So Echo Fox with a little bit of a lead. Mosh actually going to be on the rotation early, as he is going to be spotted. So this is a big play. Mosh needs to try and stay alive here. Maybe wait for his team to try to get a pinch out. Spawning that player toward back fruit or back line. He's going to be awarded a kill here. Still fighting for that rotation. That should give them good spawns. Potentially, is this player just to his left needs to win this gunfight. Can he make it happen? That's not going to go through, but TCM currently holding the hill down, so that in some ways, while he doesn't get the spawns, he at least is able to bait out the C9 players for the time being.
Yeah, he definitely is. That was a big play there. He's a big reason why Echo Fox has control of this hill right now. Neslo and TCM trying to do some work in there, but Method's going to come in and pick up a nice two-piece, forcing Cloud9 to spawn out, but nobody's inside the hill. Somebody get in there, collect these points, because this game just feels like it's dragging on forever. Maybe that's the reason why nobody's hopping in the hill, but they still have 20 seconds left from this, so look for one more push from Cloud9 before they decide to rotate out. It's going to be another contest fest as we head into the next hill, but so far it's been Echo Fox taking advantage of that, and it's just been basically thanks to TCM and Neslo working back-to-back inside of Barn.
Looks like a 7 streak actually earned for the side of TCM. Of course, Codcaster kind of helping us out here, of course. Thank you very much to the guys at Infinity Ward for kind of implementing those things into Codcaster. And girls too. Thank you for putting that in there. But honestly, no. But Echo Fox doing a great job here in this game at number 4. We do talk about that game earlier. Cloud9 was up 2-0 versus TK. They ended up getting reverse swept game 5, round 11. Like I said, emotional team is Cloud9. We'll see if they can try to hold on, as they're getting a lot of free time here over in Bike Path. See the boys Aches as well as Assault trying to lock down that middle plat area. Lacefield doing some damage in that player back picket. He is able to finish it off in the end, but it looks like some streaks are actually going to come down. We'll see if that ends up being awarded in the end, but TCM shuts down his teammate. It's not going to shut down any players inside of the hill, so in some ways, streaks kind of useless there, Dirk.
The way that Cloud9 played that too was so weird, because I was sitting there wondering, I was like, how long are Lacefield and Assault going to be watching the same way before one of them says, hey, go watch a different direction? But it was like their best hill too. I think you had Aches inside the hill basically. Well, actually not a majority of the time. I don't know who was actually inside of the hill. I think it was Ricky was inside of the hill majority of the time, while Lacefield and Assault were just kind of just like looking at the same direction. So a very weird way to play that hill, but it worked out for them. They finally broke 100 points, 135 to 109. Echo Fox gets that early rotation in. Aches looking to try to make something happen here. Has Rewind to work with it. He finds himself in a sticky situation. Has no time to react. Slaying coming in. The whole kill feed lights up with the Echo Fox gold. Now they got a perfect setup. The 4 arrows spread completely across the map.
Yeah, it looks like a potential pinch trying to come in from Cloud9. We'll see that it's able to happen. Methods realizing that that push actually coming from back bowling could be one that does foil their plans. It seems that it does. Lacefield throws up that neighbor, and unfortunately a trophy will be ending that one. But TCM coming down with the streak, so the rich in some ways getting richer as he's piling on, in some ways, the kills overall, almost dropping a 30 bomb. sure he'll be getting that one very, very shortly as he shuts down Ricky. And like I said, TCM needs to have a big game in the respawns. When he does, his team starts to succeed. The rewind rocked and the points being added. As Echo Fox still actually not having a major lead. I mean, C9 has definitely kind of brought this one back. But if you have players like TCM who are constantly going off, you'd imagine that a win is very, very likely.
Yeah, and it's just kind of like a battle of the OSAs right now, right? Who do you have on the side of Cloud9 who's really been doing work with that OSA? Usually it's Lacefield that has it in his hand, but he's been rocking a K-bar,
yeah.
which doesn't make any sense to me. We know how good of gun skill that Lacefield does have. The Camo's going to be coming into play by Neslo, but we know how good of gun skill we can have and how well he used the OSA. I mean, we saw his slaying power in Black Ops 3. Use the OSA, try to give TCM some competition. Every gunfight he's been getting into, he's just been completely shredding through everybody. The counter Camo going to be coming in from Assault right now, trying to get some map control. He is going to be able to find one, but Neslo does pick up a nice two-piece to break open this hill.
Yeah, both active camos used on this mid-hill. I can understand maybe getting some, maybe try to get some map control here and there, but Assault doesn't really make it up the map. Neslo gets awarded maybe 5 or 6 points. But in the end, I guess if you're trying to fight for spawn control, I mean, it's worth it if it works out for you. But still, Methods currently holding over on this field side, able to shut down Ricky. It looks like actually it might actually be C9 who's grabbing the scrap points there. Apologies for that. But I believe Nestle actually ends up using his rig on that last hill. So with that in mind, rotations coming in. We'll see potentially you can get that early point. It seems that Echo Fox do have the preferred spawns, but kills starting to come in here through Hay.
Definitely are, and a Centurion has been placed on the map for the side of Echo Fox, so we'll see if that's going to, how much of a nuisance it'll be able to be. Ape's going to get zapped by it. The fall's going to be coming in. It's inside of the hill, and they need to get it out as quick as possible. You see Lacefield getting tagged up by it. Like we said, it's the Centurion really doesn't do much for you. It's just more of a nuisance sort of thing. Your whole screen's just going to be lighting up with like static shocks, so you just want to try to get it out as quick as you can. But basically, the story of this game has just been Echo Fox dominating the hill, Cloud9 contesting on the hills that are really easy to contest. Other than that, it's been Cloud9 playing for scrap for a majority of the time. Ricky been doing a good job for the team, getting inside the hill, 1-25. But I mean, that's what we're going to see from him, doing all that dirty work for his squad.
Absolutely, definitely a major factor when it comes down to Cloud9's success. Well, success not exactly happening for them at the moment. You guys can take a look at the time clock. We might not even reach to 250 to either side. Only 45 seconds left when it comes down to it. Of course, when the players are inside of the hill, your time does be paused, but still currently contested as Latesfield's able to win that fight over on Neslo. C9 having to be aware of the clock as well, so kind of having 2 enemies as the time does stand, but the Centurion rock as well there. Ricky placing that one down, trying to shock the players of Echo Fox. It seems that it will be a little bit of a nuisance, but Mosh coming up top needs to win this gunfight. That's able to happen, finds one, finds the second as well. Can he find the third? Mosh goes on an absolute spree, but he gets up getting shot from the side as Assault will win that gunfight. Like I said, the time is ticking down, and Echo Fox has no problem contesting this one.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you have to do right now if you're Echo Fox, right? Just keep contesting. You got a fairly comfortable lead. I mean, if you're Cloud9, you really need to start taking it to them. You need your OSA players. You need to get up in their face. You need to get them out of that hill to try to make something happen. 200 points has now been broken by the side of Echo Fox, and it is not looking good for Cloud9. They will be going to a search and destroy if they lose this one, and it's a possibility of them getting reverse swept for the second time today and try to live with that one and not have any nightmares that night. But it's going to be Assault, going to be the first player to the statue. They need a big hill here. They need to try to get the full 60 to try to make this work.
C9, you've got to lock this one down. You've got to get the kills that matter, and that was not a good sign for C9 out the start here. Aches trying to go big, finds 2, finds the 3, thanks to Lacefield, but he ends up dropping. Lacefield needs to win that gunfight, ends up dropping, so time being awarded to Echo Fox. Honestly, they need to get these kills before they contest time, but can they get any kills at all? Finds one, there is Ricky, but he ends up dropping. Methods rocks the reactive armors. It seems that to no avail. Cloud9 most likely not going to win this game, and they don't have any time. They're going to stay outside the hard point, trying to let the time tick off. Unfortunately, C9 can't reach it there in time, so that's going to be a victory, 210 to 176. A very low-scoring game, but regardless, it goes to the side of Echo Fox, and yet again, C9 going up 2-0 and going to Game 5.
That was really smart by the side of Echo Fox. I'm happy they decided, hey, let's just hop out of the hill, let the time go to waste. I mean, you sit inside of the hill, the clock's obviously not going to go down. Your score point is just going to keep on rising and rising and rising. That gives Cloud9 an opportunity to come back in the game. So just hopping out of that hill, just making sure that nobody was going to get it for those last 7 seconds. It's like a little small play like that, but it's just very smart. Time split so evenly between everybody on Echo Fox. All have just above 1 minute. From the side of Cloud9, we're going to see Ricky getting majority of the time, and then Lacefield as well. Aches and Assault well, Aches, I should say, couldn't get too much going. 19 and 37 with 4 defends.
Ooh,
it's one of those things that's kind of hard to try to justify or defend that. Usually somebody goes negative that bad or something, you kind of like, oh, he's the OBJ player, it's fine.
Right.
I mean, he's trying to work inside of the hill. But now, game number 5 between Echo Fox and Cloud9. Cloud9, they need to win this one or it can be a complete rout.